Our top story today in the nation, also echoing here in Boston. Of course, New York City grieving the loss of 2 police officers brutally executed while just sitting in their patrol cars. Now we're hearing reports of shots fired at a police officer here in Dorchester. Shots rang out at 11 o'clock Sunday night, early Sunday morning, right near Lee Elementary School. A 19 to 20-year-old male shot at police officers there. The police did return fire, but they say nobody was hurt. Those officers chased the suspect off the scene. Boston PD and state police were both out in the streets for hours looking for the shooter, also looking for the gun, any evidence that could lead to an arrest, forensic evidence. So far, they've still not found the shooter there. Meanwhile, the Boston Police Department issues an alert to officers after the New York shooting. In fact, Commissioner Bill Evans says officers have been on high alert ever since the grand jury decision in Ferguson, hundreds of miles away. He says you can still feel the tension here on the streets between people in the city and the police officers themselves. Mayor Marty Walsh says the city will do everything it can to make sure police officers are protected. Of course, the city has already seen several protests, but so far they have remained peaceful. And brace yourselves, it could change your life as a commuter. So they're giving you a chance to weigh in on what's coming next. Work will soon begin to add a 4th lane to 95. That's between Needham and Wellesley, connecting those 2 towns. Monday night, state transportation officials hold a public meeting on the plans. Starts at 6:30 at Needham Town Hall. Now, officials say this construction, well, it could mean some major traffic changes in the area for a long time to come. So look out for those pesky detour signs. And as always, don't forget to leave yourselves a little extra time before leaving to get out. And on Monday afternoon, Governor Patrick released new numbers on crime statistics across the Commonwealth over the past year. Now, last week, during a UMass forum on criminal justice, the governor indicated violent crime in the state is at its lowest point since the early 1980s. In fact, he says violent crime in Massachusetts is down 33% over the last 25 years. Patrick points to an internet program that allows ex-convicts to find work, and it helps them to reacclimate themselves into the common workforce. But there's also several new criteria for how they monitor drug sentences, and far fewer people are actually seeing any time in jail for these non-violent drug-related crimes, Patrick says. Now, while he's lauding his own efforts over the last 8 years in the State House, he still admits there's unfinished business, still work that needs to be done. Of course, January 6th, Governor-elect Charlie Baker takes over. Another pretrial hearing out in Fall River for former Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez and his murder case. Jury selection begins January 9th. That's just around the corner. Some of you may already be getting a notice in the mail. Now, the case involving the June 23rd shooting death of semi-pro football player Odin Lloyd, prosecutors have been pressing to introduce a range of evidence against Hernandez, including the deadly 2012 shootings of 2 other men in Boston, a separate trial altogether. Now, Hernandez has also pleaded not guilty in that case. And of course, much more to come. This is about to get very interesting as the actual trial proceedings start to take place, and we'll keep you updated as the story develops.